Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome. Glad you are here with me. And if you're joining me live, be sure to drop hashtag live in the comment area. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay. If you only thought that being healthy was about your physical health or just about grooming and dieting, then today, what we're going to share with you may be something that you've never heard. But in any case, we've been dealing with the for the entire month of May mental health. So we're going to continue on in that dialogue today with 6 ways that organization improves your mental health. Hello, my name is Rashida Green. I am the founder and CEO of Get Right Coaching and the host of this wonderful Mompreneur HQ community where we help moms to start, grow, and scale home-based virtual businesses so that they can build the life of their dreams without neglecting themselves or their families in the process. We do that through coaching, content, courses, and community. And we are glad to have you here. We say that here is where you'll find your BFFs because we talk about business, financials or finances, family, and self-care. So, today, to get back to our topic, 6 ways organization improves your mental health. If you said to yourself, what? Organization? How does that help mental health? Then we're going to give you 6 tips or 6 different ways that you can consider how organization can help improve your mental health. Think about it. If you've ever walked into a room and saw chaos, your mind may have done one of a few things. You may have said, if it's not your room, you may have thought that there was something going on in the person's life whose room it belonged to, right? You said, well, what's wrong with them? What happened? Like, are you going through something? You're still grieving, or, what's going on that you have not taken care of this chaotic situation, right? And if another thought that might have come to you is that there may be some mental health issues right now concerning that. We've talked about mental health in our group because, hey, we are moms, mom entrepreneurs. We have a lot on our plates. We're already juggling a bunch of balls in the air. And so sometimes um, our area where, I can get a little unorganized, right? We talk about making sure at the end of the day we clear off our desk. Why? Because you want to end the day with a clear desk because you feel more accomplished, like you've done something. And then the next day when you wake up and you walk into your office and the desk is clear, you feel a lot more refreshed. Honestly, if you can walk into your room and look at your desk and see that it's clear, I want to say that for the most part you feel a lot more refreshed. Now, when you sit down to your desk and realize how much work you still have to do for that day, maybe you start feeling some kind of way. But the initial onset of viewing your desk clean and clear usually gives you a refreshing new start of the day versus coming into the room at the beginning of the day and wondering why your desk is so muddled and cluttered, and then thinking about all the things that you have to do. It really does something to the mind. So that's why we're tackling this topic on today on how being organized can actually improve your mental health situation. And the first thing we want to talk about is how organization is actually a form of self-care. And just for those reasons that I previously mentioned, when you're organized, you feel refreshed. You can feel like you can breathe in a situation. When you have to, if someone called you, if a client called you to ask for a certain thing, or they lost something and they need you to resend the document, but you have to go sifting through papers or sifting through your files on your computer that are not organized or named or labeled with any type of naming convention. It can get stressful just trying to get those documents together at the last minute or in the crunch, right? If you were in the process of buying a home and the mortgage company required certain W-2s or documentation for you to get the loan, and you had to have it by the close of the day, would you be stressed out trying to figure out, oh my gosh, where's that paper? Where's my W-2s? I filed them with the tax advisor, but I really didn't do anything with the paper. As long as I got my check, right? As long as I got my income tax check, I wasn't really bothered about where the paperwork went. Well, that type of disorganization does wear on a person's mind. And so the self-care portion of that is that it relieves your mind. It's not stressful. It's a de-stressor in a way when you can organize your area and your space so that everything is where you need it to be. And I know I'm one of those who work in organized confusion, right? Where I know where everything is, even though you might think it looks a mess, I know where everything is, right? So, but in retrospect, sure, I know where everything is, but do I still have to sift through things to get to what I need? Yes, that's probably likely. So, what you want to do to just give yourself a peace of mind is to put things in a place, the place that they belong, and put them in an organized way so that you don't have to go looking through things and searching for documents when you need them the most. And it's funny how sometimes this thing of not recognizing that it's self-care can tend to cause us to go into these types of anxiety situations or depression because we don't realize that disorganization can cause us anxiety and stress. So that's the first thing we want to recognize, that organization is actually a form of self-care, and it helps relieve your mind and your body of extra added stresses that you really didn't need or that you really could control if you just a little bit more organized, right? All right. So moving on to our second topic, um, is that it makes us feel better overall. Again, we go into a room that is organized. We're looking through files that are organized. We're searching, pulling out our office desk drawers and seeing things organized. It helps us to feel better overall. When we look around a room, just think about it. Even in the room that you're in now, if you're working from your office space in your home, if you're working from the office at your job, look around. How do you feel? Take in the moment, right? Really just absorb the thought, because you may not have even given it any thought before about organization and how it makes you feel. Look around the room. Is there a place where your eyes stop, where there's a pile of notebooks, magazines, and papers that you automatically start feeling different? As you're scrolling, you're like, oh, windows and trees, and oh, okay, there's the bed, there's the TV. Oh, there's that pile. Oh, I got to get to that, right? But if that pile wasn't there, you'd be, oh, trees, there's the TV, there's the lamp. Oh, great, there's my desk. The desk space is wonderful. I like the lighting around there and the poster board, right? It feels different when you can walk into an organized space. When I tell you, my walk-in closet is not always the most organized place. And when I walk in there and see the piles of this and the shoes I never put back on the shelf or back in the boxes, then I start thinking about, oh, I have to do that. And it starts creating an anxiety and a stress. And of course, the most easiest thing to do to relieve the stress is to just clean it up and keep it organized. But sometimes with the running that we do, with the children and their extracurricular activities, and then your job and your business, and then your extra volunteer hours, things just get hectic. So we find it sometimes a little difficult to stay on task when it comes to organizing the home. Um, so yes, we can do things like time blocking and doing cleanup in 5-minute blocks, wherever you are. So if you're eating lunch, just use an extra 5 minutes to clean up that area. If you're using the restroom or taking a shower, adding 5 minutes to your shower time to be able to clean out that shower area. So these are just little things that we can do to make sure that we're tidying up as we go. But just think about it. The correlation that we're making here is how just visually seeing organization or visually seeing disorganization can affect our overall feelings. And so we want to feel better overall, and that's where organization comes into play. Now, another thing that we can think about is how we don't have to push ourselves extra hard when things are organized. As I mentioned, if everything is laid out, we are fine. We are smiling. It's a happy day. But when things aren't going the way that we want them to go, and there's this clutter corner or this disorganization, we start feeling anxiety and we start feeling, and it may be a result of depression that we don't get to these things. So we have to be able to recognize that as well. But then we feel like are dragging. It becomes a chore. It becomes something, this enormous task that we have to get to, that now we're saying we don't want to get to because it's just so enormous. It's like a big circle. I know I need to clean it up. I know I need to rectify the situation. I know I need to organize this. But if I try to do it, it's going to be too much. It's going to take too much of my time. I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. And then the pile just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we get more and more stressed out. But if we do it little by little, then we're not having to push ourselves so much and so hard. And we don't have to feel like it's such a weight on our shoulders if we're doing it little by little. So, as I mentioned, tacking on 5 minutes or 10 minutes here, um, um, I want to say bundling, but that's not really the word I want to say. But being able to tack on some time with other things that you're already doing, right? I talked about if you're already in the bathroom taking a shower, if you're already in the kitchen eating lunch, add 5 minutes to your time to just be able to clean up a little something, because those little somethings go a long way in the grand scheme of things versus letting them pile up for the end of the day or the end of the week. And then you're like, oh boy, just more stuff to do, right? We don't need anything extra to do. We have enough to do as mom entrepreneurs, right? So we want to make sure we start adding little things to our day so that things don't get out of control and are more under control. All right. So then we want to also look at the next thing. It helps you to think better. Honestly, if you don't have to think about all the other things, if you don't have to think about the pile that you should be getting to, if you don't have to think about the stuff under the bed that shouldn't be there, then you can think about the things that you need to be thinking about better, right? You can think about what you need to be thinking about: building your business, building a legacy for your family, um, planning out the meal plan for the rest of the week so that you have time to enjoy with your family after school, or so that you are able to better use your weekends for weekend stuff versus business stuff or work stuff. You can actually use your weekend time because now you can think better, you think more clearly, and you're not distracted with this outside clutter or just the clutter on your desk. It really does help that you don't have clutter building up in an area around you so that you can work and think better. Now, one of the things that I talk about often is the digital business filing system. Now, the digital business filing system is basically a Trello workspace where you can organize all of your digital documents for your business, like your documents, your branding documents, all the links to your social media and your password organization. It even has areas where you can plan for when you're away on business, and ideas that you think about for your business to grow your business is space there. So basically, it's a bunch of boards and lists to help you organize your business in a way that you don't have to have everything on pieces of paper or stickies on your computer. You can actually put it into your digital business filing system so that you can organize your business digitally in a space that you can be able to grab information quickly. If you were to think about hiring a social media manager or someone to do your social media posts, they're going to ask you questions like, well, what are your colors? Do you have a particular font? Do you have your logo easily accessible? These are questions they may ask, And if you have the digital business filing system, you have everything in one place, and you can just go ahead and send them the link to the board, and they'll have access to whatever they need. And so that's one thing that I recommend for our community, to be able to have organization in a digital area. And if you are interested, we'll have that link provided for you. You can definitely get it at the mompreneurhq.com. And it's going to be digital. Let me see. It's going to be Mompreneur dash digital dash business dash filing dash system. Right now, that's a lot. So I'm going to make sure I put it in the comments so that you can see. You could just easily click on the link and go ahead and order that. Hello, Miss Stephanie Treasure. Thank you for joining us today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue with our fifth point, and that is that we feel more accomplished. We feel more accomplished when we're organized and everything is all in one place, and you can actually just uh, see accomplishment, see things getting done, because that's the only way and the easy way for you to get the feeling of accomplishment, to get to feeling that things are done, is to actually get them done. So if you can actually get things done, and you really want to feel good about accomplishing your goals and getting things done, an organized space will help you to do that, and to be able to sort out the things that you need to sort out. Because honestly, if you are showing yourself some grace and expressing self-care by being organized, and you already have an idea of how this organization is making you feel better overall, you are not having to push yourself to do things extra or do things hard because you made this pile of stuff all around you that you now have to break down and put away and file. You begin to think better because now you are free of mind. And so now you feel more accomplished, because now that you were able to think better, you were able to get more things done. So you're feeling more accomplished in yourself and in your achievements, because you've been able to clear your mind of some things that were just distractions and blockages. And the last thing I would like to say about that would be that you create a snowball effect. If the clutter is gone, if you are more organized, and you are feeling good about yourself, and you're getting things done, then it begins a snowball effect. It keeps, instead of having the circular motion of, oh, I got to do this, I don't want to do this, oh, it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger and I still got to do it, this is getting worse, oh my gosh, I'm stressed out. Instead of that scenario, because you've now organized and removed the clutter, you're able to think better and get things done, that becomes a new snowball effect. I'm able to think better, get things done, feel accomplished, and now I keep that rolling. Think better, get things done, feel accomplished. Think better, get things done, feel accomplished. And that is how your mental health is improved, because you are now organized. And isn't that something? We often think of physical health as being the prime thing that we have to do and take care of. We got to make sure that, our blood pressure and is good. I make sure that we're getting the necessary vitamins, that our diet is in a good nutrition. And, we think about the physical health most prevalently. But mental health is just as important. Why? Because your body does not function your physical does not function without your mind. So if your mind is constantly cluttered with all kinds of distractions that then create anxiety, that then creates unchecked depression, you cannot function. It doesn't matter how healthy your physical body is, all the nutrients that it's getting. If your mind doesn't feel healthy, then you might as well not be healthy, right? So that is something we want to continue to address, that mental health is just as important as physical health. And this month, during Mental Health Awareness Month, we are trying to keep that on the table to alert people, to let people know that mental health is important. And so we will have guests who will be sharing with us just how important mental health is with our children, especially post pandemic, and in just life in general, and how we can um, see signs of poor mental health and get them addressed. Being able to identify when we're not at our best, being able to open up and talk to people, get the help that we need, even if it's not a paid service like a therapist or a doctor who can actually work with you on the scientific terms and all of that, of what it is that's you're going through. At least have someone that you can speak with who's going to not just be a cheerleader, but be an honest and open ear who will help you to navigate what you may be feeling or expressing to them. Because mental health issues unchecked become worsened. And as we've seen by the number of people who have taken their lives in these past 2 years, that it's very real. And people may not think it, or you may not see it because it's not happening to you. It hasn't happened to your family member, but it is a very real situation. And if we don't recognize the signs, and we'll have someone who will talk to us about that. We have to be able to recognize the signs, even if we don't see it in ourselves, in others, and to be able to help as best we can. I talked to you, if you did not catch the live nat last week, I talked to you about how I dealt with postpartum depression, undiagnosed, because I did not go to the doctor. This is all retrospectively looking at what was happening and then identifying what it was. Um, and being able to pull myself out. But honestly, that's not everyone's story. Not everyone has a support system. Not everyone speaks up and speaks out and gets the help that they need. So you, as just a human being, as a kind heart, as someone who may be able to see someone going through, they say to check on your strong friends, because sometimes those people who are strong to a fault. They are so strong that they don't want you to know that they're having a weak moment. And so they go through that weak moment by themselves and then end up being somewhere so far, some pit so far, that it's very hard for them to get out, and that they may think that the only way to escape the horrors of their lives or the depression is to take their own lives. So check in on your strong friends. Make sure that you're um, reaching out to your people you haven't heard from in a while, just to make sure that they're okay. Because during this Mental Health Awareness Month, we want to make sure that we are not sleeping at the wheel, that we are not letting someone who's so close to us fall by the wayside because we haven't checked on them to see how they're doing. These celebrities, I mean, when Robin Williams um, committed suicide, it really sent shockwaves, only because it wasn't really talked about. Was it happening? Absolutely. But it wasn't really talked about as publicly. And now it's just with I forgot her name, but um Judd, it'll come to me. But the the mom of the Judd sisters, um, you know, committed suicide, and she was in her 70s. But she had been a long battle with depression. And so these things are very real. And as entrepreneurs, it's just as real for us. We have a lot on our plates as moms and entrepreneurs, and sometimes we get tired, and sometimes we get weak, and sometimes those thoughts come against us, and this imposter syndrome and things like that, and we might start feeling like we are not good enough, and we'll never be good enough, and we'll never succeed, and we'll never get to the point, those infinite, or those words like never and always. you know we should definitely try to stay away from those words, because they are not, um um they are very limiting, and we don't want to be limited in what we do and what we think. um there's another saying that says, never say never. Why? Because you just don't know. All things are possible with God. That's number one. But things are, sometimes they change. And so we have to be ready and accepting of change. And so that's what we're talking about today. We are just adding to your attention 6 ways that organization can help improve your mental health. We will continue this conversation of mental health throughout the month. But in the meantime, as you are building your business, just know that you don't have to build it alone. We have here the Mompreneur HQ community. And so if you want to reach out as a member of this group, you get a free 20-minute clarity call with me to talk about your business, your business goals, and how I might be able to support you in achieving your goals. So if that is something that interests you, and you're building your business, and you may be at a crossroad, or you may be stuck in a situation, you're trying to make different moves in your business to take you to the next level, but you're not really sure or clear on what to do next. Well, you can certainly reach me at www.themompreneurhq.com, clarity /clarity call, where you get this 20-minute session with me to be able to discuss those things. And of course, if you haven't already, you can get a free download from my website to help us with at www.themompreneurhq.com, where we have a free um, course for you to take for managing your time efficiently, so that you can build your business more effectively. And the last thing I would like to share with you is that I have released a new product, and it's 15 simple cash injection strategies workbook that you can get for free during the Coach and Profit giveaway. I will put the link in our I'll put the link under this video, but it is free for now. um it's at price value at $497, but you will be able to get it free during this giveaway. I'm going to put the link down. These 15 simple cash injection strategies that you can start today, um, so that you can have a new offer available to your clients, is free from March 9th to the 27th, March 9th to the 20th, through the Coach and Profit giveaway. I have the link at the bottom, but it will help you to be able to come up with different ways, or 15 different offer options for your business. And it allows you to come up with it gives you 15 ideas, but not just the ideas. You also get some pricing recommendations. You get title recommendations for if you wanted to do a blog, or a social media post on that same product that you're just created, that same offer that you've just created. It's a very awesome workbook. It's over 50 pages, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with you. So jump in that Coach and Profit giveaway. Grab my freebie and the freebie of my other 49 other contributors who have given to this this gift giveaway. And I hope that you go ahead and take me up on it, because once the 20th passes, this item is going to be in my inventory for a sale, as a sold or sellable product. So get it free now in the giveaway. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay for it. Well, thank you for joining us. Um, hi. Thank you for joining us. And we are going to Catch you on next week, Wednesday at 2 p.m. Thank you for joining us for Mom Live. I'm your host, Rashida Green. And until next time.